Okay, for example 3, we're going to find the angle between the two vectors. And essentially what it means is if I have vector A, vector B, I'm looking for that angle theta in between the two vectors. They give us a nice formula here. Might be kind of hard to read the glare. But it says the cosine of theta equals u dot v over magnitude u magnitude v. So the first thing we're going to do is find u dot v. And u dot v would be 4 times 3 for 12 plus 3 times 5 for 15. So u dot v is 27. Okay. We also have to find the magnitude of u, and we know that it's going to be equal to the square root of u dot u, because I believe the formula says that the magnitude squared is u dot u. So if I do the dot product of u and of u dot u and square root it, 4 times 4 is 16, 3 times 3 is 9. You get the square root of 25, which is 5. So the magnitude of u is 5. We also have to find the magnitude of v, which is going to be the square root of v dot v. So that'll be 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 5 times 5, which is 25, for the square root of 34. So what we have so far is, according to my formula, the cosine of theta equals u dot v, 27, over magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. Okay? So what I'll do now is whip out my handy dandy calculator. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit for you. And I go, well, first thing we have to realize, to find the cosine theta equal to this, I have to use theta equals the arc cosine of 27 over 5 times the square root of 34. It's been a little while, so let's check to make sure that it's in degrees. It's in degrees, so we're good. Now I'm going to type in second arc cosine 27 divided by, and you're going to need another parenthesis here. So parenthesis 5 second square root 34 parenthesis parenthesis, hit enter, and I get 22.2 degrees approximately as being the angle in between them. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see where I wrote them. There it is, 22.2 degrees. But the key is you have to have this other parenthesis after you hit divided by, or you will not get the right answer. Okay? I want you guys to go ahead and try number 23 on your own. Press pause, see if you can get the right answer. Then come back and see if you got it. Okay? We know we have to know u dot v. U dot v, negative 1 times 0. 0 times 2 is 0. So u dot v is 0. That's interesting. We know we have to have the magnitude of v, which is the square root of u dot u, magnitude of u, excuse me. And so that's going to be negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, plus 0 times 0 is 0. And so the magnitude of u is 1. Magnitude of v is going to be the square root of v dot v. V dot v would be 0 times 0, which is 0, plus 2 times 2 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. Therefore, the cosine of theta equals 0 over 1 times 2. Cosine of theta is 0. Now I have to do some thinking here. It doesn't quite, I mean, we can put it into the calculator, or we can just say, okay, cosinus theta is 0. The cosine is x, and so it's 0 comma 1. And where is 0 comma 1 located? At 90 degrees. And so we know that there's a 90 degree angle between the two vectors.